Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWES. Continuing on with college football week 3. Got a good Big 12 game here. UCF TCU got some weird line movement in this one. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the SWES. The SWES. SWES. Hey, get the SWES.
All right, like I said, we got Central Florida on the road at TCU here, and I think right now it's sitting at TCU plus 1.5, or is it back? The reason I'm confused by this, it's been moving so drastically. So anyway, it opened up. TCU was favored at home early in the week back on Sunday. Then as recent as an hour ago, it was sitting at TCU plus 2.5. So TCU was catching 2.5 points at home. Now it looks like TCU might be laying a point again. So this line's doing crazy things. We were trying to find some injury updates on TCU. Couldn't find anything. So I think it's TCU -1 at the time of recording. But like I said, it's been moving. And this isn't over the course of days. Like, we're talking about the last hour or two. It's been moving. So I think it's TCU -1. Total sitting at 62.5, 63, depending on your sports book. All right, so let's get started with the UCF offense. Looking pretty much how we expect UCF's offense to look. Fast pace, running the ball. So far, they're 19th in pace in the country, 4th in run frequency. So they're running a quick pace. They're running the football. Efficiency numbers look good. They're currently 11th in OFEI, 7th in yards per carry, 3rd in success rate, 6th in effective rush. Now, I think a lot of people were expecting UCF's offense to get an upgrade in the passing department, adding KJ Jefferson. So far, we haven't really seen it. 333 yards, 2 touchdowns a pick, 11.5 yards per attempt. It's only been 2 games, and he only has like 29 or 30 pass attempts on the season. Also, turnover-worthy play rate at F. That's a little bit concerning. But regardless, we shouldn't make any judgments either way because UCF hasn't really thrown the ball. So will TCU's defense be able to put UCF in a position where they're forced to throw the ball? It's tough to say. I mean, last year their run defense wasn't terrible. This is last season's numbers. 53rd in yards per carry allowed, 77th in success rate, 53rd in effective rush. They're looking better than that this year, but they haven't really played anybody. Currently sitting at 53rd in effective rush. So if you go by advanced metrics, the run defense is pretty much sitting where it was at last year, which is okay, I guess about average. They did put up a nice showing in week 1. They went out west on the road at Stanford, 37 carries. So Stanford was trying to run the ball, just 121 yards, 3.3 yards per carry. Now, Stanford doesn't have an electric rushing attack, but we do expect that offensive line to be dramatically better this year. So this is nice looking. On the road, first game of the season, 3.3 yards per carry. You'll take that. Obviously, stopping RJ Harvey in the UCF rushing attack is a completely different task. He's averaging 8.9 yards per carry on the season, 6 touchdowns already, but just like TCU, they haven't played anybody either. You know what, though? I will say TCU did a really good job defending the run at home last year. These are the numbers from last year in their home games, just 3.37 yards per carry at home last year. So you like the look at that. Regardless of what you think of TCU's run defense, they're definitely going to be by far the strongest test for UCF. So in my opinion, we're finally going to see KJ Jefferson be forced to throw the ball. And that might not be a good thing. Look, we've all seen KJ Jefferson have some great games at Arkansas, but the truth is, last year against Power 4 conference teams really wasn't good. Look at Arkansas's passing numbers against Power 4 conference teams. Just 175.8 passing yards per game, 6.54 yards per attempt, a 32.5% passing success rate. That's really not good at all. And KJ Jefferson's biggest problem last year was dealing with pressure. Look at his pressure to sack rate. It was really bad. Also had a problem with turnovers, was fumbling the ball when pressured. Really struggled when you were able to get pressure on him last year at Arkansas. And this TCU team, it's not really known for its defense. They do have a strong pass rush. They're actually 8th in pressure rate, 34th in sack rate, 45th in pass rush grade. So they have above average pass rush. We're definitely going to see KJ Jefferson be forced to throw here, and TCU should be able to pressure him. So overall on this side, look, it's UCF's offense. They're not going to be completely blanked. I'm sure they'll make some plays. I'm sure Harvey will make some plays on the ground. They run a super fast pace. But I actually think TCU's defense is going to make a stand here and play a good game. But what about on the other side? We got TCU's offense looking like the TCU offense we know from last year. 29th in pass frequency, 15th in pace, which is pretty much right where they were at last year. Passing offense looks pretty good with Hoover. 33rd in yards per pass attempt, 27th in success rate. They're rated 10th in the country in effective pass. So advanced metrics have TCU as one of the better passing attacks in the country. Here are Josh Hoover's numbers on the year. 618 yards, 4 touchdowns, A+ QB rating, Look at the big time throw rate, though. It's because they haven't forced him to do anything. I mean, he's been taking what's there, not forcing the ball in any situation because they haven't played anybody. So will that change here against UCF's defense? Well, UCF, kind of like TCU, is not really a program known for its defense. Here are their pass rush numbers from last year. I mean, pretty average, below average. But they do bring back some pieces in the defensive front, and this pass rush should be significantly better this year. And you look at TCU's pass protection numbers from last year, they look great. 55th in pass blocking grade, 14th in sack rate allowed, 45th in pressure rate allowed, 50th in QB hurry rate allowed. TCU had a great pass protection last year, but here's the problem. 4 starters from their offensive line last year, gone. They lost 4 starters. So when you pull up their pass protection numbers from this year, 1st in sack rate allowed, 45th in pressure rate, 54th in QB hurry rate, but look at their pass blocking grade all the way at 78th because they haven't played anybody yet. And with 4 new starters on this offensive line, I think Hoover's going to be in trouble here. I think UCF's going to be able to pressure him, and that could be a situation because look at his numbers when pressured. A significant drop-off in production here. Not to mention, this UCF defense did a solid job against the pass last year. They were 44th in yards per pass attempt allowed, 65th in pass defense success. That's not great. 30th in effective pass. This was a decent pass defense last year, and they brought back 3 starters in the secondary. So this TCU offense, an offense that likes to throw the ball, I think they're going to have some problems. I think UCF's going to be able to pressure Josh Hoover, just like I think TCU's going to be able to pressure KJ Jefferson, which is why I want to take the under. There's a 63 available. I haven't bet it yet. The reason I'm hesitant to pull the trigger, these two teams run such a fast pace, and you've probably heard me say this 1,000 times. Even if the defenses are playing well, if each offense is going to run 90 plays, this still has a chance to get up over the total, even if the defenses are playing well. So it's a tough call. I'll put under up. That's my pick for this game, under 63. The fast pace might keep me from actually placing the bet, but I like the under in this one. If you want to see all the bets I currently have open, head over to KyleKirms.com and click on open bets. There's a whole list there as well as bets from everyone on the staff here. Head over to the website and sign up if you're interested. Also comes with access to the Discord, and you can participate in the weekly betting league. Live show, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We'll go through every single game on the board. Well, we're going to go through 28 of them. That's 10 a.m. We'll be live all the way up to kickoff. If you're able to make it, we'd love to see you in the comments. NFL show, by the way, is 11 a.m. up to kickoff. So see you over the weekend. Let's have ourselves a good one. Remember to bet responsibly. Talk to you in the Discord.